Yo guys, you've been seeing Bronze League heroes. I feel like watching something fresher. We're going to be promoting all the way to Gold League heroes. Sometimes Bronze and Silver were pretty close to each other. I want to look at the next slice of society. We're going from 800 to 1000 MMR, which is what we were roughly watching before, to 1000 to 1200 MMR. And in doing so, we're going to be seeing a higher level play of people that have basically outgrown the Bronze League heroes. We may even see some faces that we've seen before. And let's go ahead and start with this match right here. Fake News against Dignitos. 1100 versus 1146. This is the highest low-level casting I've ever done. Gold against Platinum. Fake News is in Gold 15. And then the other guy is in Platinum 15. So as you'll know, there's really a bit of a mix between, you know, I call it Gold League, but sometimes they may be like a high Silver, sometimes they're going to be like a low Platinum, but basically we're looking at Gold League. And what you're going to be seeing is that it's going to look very, very different from Bronze League heroes already. You're going to see cleaner build orders, you're going to see better micro, you're going to see better timings, you'll see fewer idle peasants, fewer people killing their own double archers with a lightning shield, etc. Which, you know, I think we'll miss some of those. Those are really funny. But I'm ready for something fresh, and I hope you guys are too. So let's jump into it. Dignitos is playing as a random player, and he has randomed as human. You can already see the speed with which he is placing down farms is a lot faster. The peasant comes out, and boom, hotkey, hotkey. Clearly, he's using hotkeys. And this one is going to go straight to gold. It was very common for people not to fill their gold mine on time, and it'd be 4 out of 5 for quite some time. And, you know, that's not going to happen as much. We do still see Mountain King first, which is definitely a deviation from the standard, but not entirely unheard of. Overall, the build just looks a lot cleaner, and then you see good habits like people putting their peasants on the trees that are nearer rather than further. We do see something where the peasant is like waiting for a while to build that third farm. This is a little bit too early. Now he's got idle town hall. So we're definitely not seeing pro gamer gameplays, but he fixed it quickly. So this is kind of our barometer for what we're looking at now, right? And then on the other side, we have Fake News going for a very archaic build order with Crypt Graveyard into Ziggurat, but very strangely, oh my god! No way, this is like... Oh my god, wait, what was the guy's name? Was it Turbo? Was his name Turbo? This is Backpack Rush. He's going Tavern Hero with Fiends. And the best part is, he's playing against random. He doesn't even know what he's playing against. And he's still doing that. So this is, I mean, I really thought this was not going to be a good build, like he was making a mistake. Oh look, he did the Rock Golem creep camp pool, so that the Rock Golem doesn't throw any boulders. So we're seeing some high level creep manipulation as well, that we really just don't see at Bronze League hero games of human. So this is pretty cool. He shouldn't have sent those back yet, he should be still fighting. And he also went Bash first, which is actually hilarious. Bash first to help him creeping, since he said to himself, I'm not going to creep with Clap or Bolt anyway, I want to preserve mana, so might as well. And actually, you know what? He's not wrong. So Fake News is going to go for a Dark Ranger first, which is why he had the whole super late altar, early backpack, because now he can summon some skeletons with the Rod of Necromancy before his Black Arrow is active, so it just helps him to get the first camp more easily. Right? Now he's still relying on Black Arrow, and in fact, if you've watched my Dark Ranger spotlight on my Grubby Talks channel, then you should know that Black Arrow only deals 2 damage but consumes mana on every shot. And so it's actually better to turn it off and manually cast it for the final hit on creeps, which has a 2-second grace period. In fact, he turned it off for that creep and didn't get a skeleton and dark minion from it, but I think that one was on purpose because he wanted to use his rod, seeing as how 2 skeletons is more than 1. Meanwhile, we've got a tech up by Fake News. Build orders are looking a lot cleaner. He's taking an illicit risk by not getting an early Nerubian tower, and I also think he's a little light on ghouls, but overall things are, well, not bad at all. Dignitos definitely dropped a lot in his build efficiency. If you look at his resources and supply, he should have been making non-stop footmen. He should be making non-stop peasants. He's not spending his resources at all. He was really busy managing this creep camp. And that's just lost mining time, right? You could have been making a lot of footmen, which would help you defend. And this is not good to look at. But having said that, and keep in mind, we're not looking at the Grandmasters or the high diamonds. Eventually we will, right? The thing is, not one from all the humans we watched, dozens and dozens of humans, not one human went for a tier 1 expo. If you are in the 600 to 1000 MMR range, you do not tier 1 expo. Why not? Because it's too difficult to do. So apparently, right? Apparently, it's too many moving pieces, and you can already see that while Dignitas is failing the proper multitasking of his economy with, you know, not producing footmen for a while, but then finally doing a restart, even though he always had money, while he's getting like multiple peasants stuck at the lumber mill. There's all these things that aren't working, but he did have the courage to do a tier 1 expo. And then he immediately gets surrounded by fiends and skeletons, and it's like, you or me, and he needs a bash on that life drain, and he did get a bash. He's gonna do another Stormbolt. There's a Scroll of the Beast. He's gonna kill the Dark Ranger and TP out, which, as we know, in Bronze League Heroes, nobody TPs out. That Mountain King would have also died. And so that was a pretty cool assassination, very good for him. And he already has an Arcane Vault, and funnily enough, he Town Portal. Now let me explain you guys the Town Portal rules. If you have one Town Hall and you double tap TP, you go to your main. If you have a second Town Hall and your main is still tier 1 or upgrading, it actually goes to your expo. And this is where his shop was. So Dignitas has a habit of not double tap TPing, which is a good habit. Why is that? Had he done a full wall off, he would be stuck in his base in his main if he's on one base. Additionally, if his shop was here and he double taps, it goes to his expo. So he has basically assumed control of the location by always making sure to manual TP, even when he's very stressed and his Mountain King is 30 HP. So this is a very good habit that he has already learned at just 1100 plus MMR. But he misapplied the manual force because his vault was here. He should have TP'd here manually. But at least he has mastered the muscle memory of TPing manually, and this is a good thing, right? So that's good for him. Now, Lich comes out second for fake news. He's going to play without a Death Knight, which, if you're against high magical damage from the Stormbolt, getting another low HP intelligence hero second without getting Coil, which could coil your Dark Ranger, is very risky. That is a risky play to do that, DR Lich. And I don't know where this is going to go towards. So they're going to meet each other. Basically, MK has big advantage here. He already has defense upgrade. There's no coil, so every bolt is a dead fiend. And that's coming from a... Oh my god. So much better build order than Bronze League Heroes as well. The skill difference is actually relatively considerable. Like, anyone can reach this point, especially with conscious effort. Like, if you're a Bronze League player and you're watching this and you think like, oh, it might be hard to get here, you probably can get here with deliberate practice, deliberate effort, studying replays, watching these casts, of course, etc. But there is a pretty big difference now from what I can say. I've watched like 1000 MMR players. This is 1150 or so, something like that, 1150, 1110. He gets to tier 2, bam, straight away to tier 3. He's getting double Griffin Aviary, a blacksmith, has gone very light on towers. This is very greedy, but he has felt, at least thus far, that his greed is merited. And we see some specialities coming out of fake news as well. He went for the Temple of the Damned, getting Banshee for cursing a Mountain King that has a passive bash. Very nice. Getting anti-magic shell to block Stormbolt damage. Very nice as well. The big problem is fake news doesn't have a counter expo. Barely stopped this. This town hall, by the way, is one too far, so he's losing a little bit of income. Griffin upgrades have started. It's a triple aviary. Does he have Advanced lumber harvesting upgrade. I wonder how much is he bringing back per time. He's at 315. I think he has a lumber upgrade. So his peasants can carry more lumber. Let's see. Yeah, he's getting 20 back per time. 10 or 20. I don't know. Maybe he has 2 upgrades. Let's see. Yeah, that's gonna be another dead fiend. No, he stormbolts the wrong thing. He went for the banshee. Really hates banshees, I guess. Now, of course, there is no way for fake news to win anymore. Absolutely no chance. Right? Because there's gonna be griffins. He's on 1 base, 30 pop, 39 against 49. We've got lots of upgrades coming in. It's a war machine from 2 bases. So this random player that may not even be a human main, even though he had a lapse in macro, overall, really quite solid game by him. And fake news, very strange build. He might just be a for fun player. Not everyone has to play the best. Right? You don't have to play the meta builds. Doesn't make you cool to play meta. It's just okay, it's up to you. And this is different. He likes his Dark Ranger Lich. Okay, cool. But as I've often found on my my request account, where I play different builds, like bad builds, enemy fast expansion is the antithesis of fun. You cannot do a fun build if the enemy has an expansion. So even if you want to play something off meta, you must have a component of pressure on an expansion. Just doing your own thing, sitting back on 1 base, which I do a lot on my stupid account where I troll strat, not gonna work. They have an expansion. It is a great deterrent to you doing fun things. So yeah, sadly for fake news, it's not gonna be able to work out for him. We do get some nice anti-magic shell. Right now, of course, Undead has the advantage in this fight, naturally. Banshee actually might live, which is pretty cool. Mountain King has heal pot, but he's actually forgetting to use it. So Dignitas trying to reach inside the jaws of victory and grabbing with great force the defeat that is deeply lodged in between the deeper molars. He managed to lose a Mountain King in a pointless scramble without using the healing potion. Now, having said that, triple Griffin, right? 2-1 upgrades, animal war training complete. That's not going to be easy to deal with. Now, if I took over here from the Undead, could I beat this?
A player's forces are under
not
attack.
Impossible. He did rebuy the Mountain King. Paladin is coming out. He's at 58 pop, but it will take a while to really go beyond because he's on upkeep now. So he's 58, and he'll slowly be 62, then 66. We're looking at 6 chickens, 5 chickens, and maybe 6 or 7 after. Is that beatable with Fiends, Web, and Banshees? I would say yes, actually. Remotely so. Especially if he starts mining from his expansion. It is possible. It is possible. But it won't be easy. And it depends how much everyone is going to be creeping and whatever mistakes are going to be made, etc. Now, fake news. He's aware of threats potentially against his base. He's going to get probably a shop. Yeah, shop. Oh, wow. Shop, pit, double ziggurat. Problem is, griffins come in. They're going to do a lot of damage here. Does he already have web? Let's take a look.
Player's forces are under attack.
He's pretty near, so he can respond pretty quickly to this. Those cigarettes could get one shot without cancel. What's he going to go for? It's almost a one shot. I think it was. He's not canceling. He's not canceling. He didn't cancel either ziggurat. So that's very painful. That's a 300 gold, 100 lumber loss. No Frost Nova, which would have been nice. Maybe he can catch some web. And then, that's what I'm talking about. Mountain King died again. If there was a way... if there was a way to maybe throw this game, this might be it. More and more, unexpectedly, this is starting to look more like the Tyler 1 show match. Where Dante's was flying with his Frostworms, doing proxy things, but sustaining large losses. But in this time, it was the Mountain King that died to creeps. Doesn't give experience to the opponent though. There's that at least. Very slow damage on this Troll Warlord. And he's just walking away. This is not okay to walk away. Griffins are still there, right? He's gonna lose Acolytes now. Painful. Very painful. Lost 2 Acolytes already. Decides to come back. Why? To repair? No, you're gonna lose more Acolytes. Right? To creep 1 camp? Not good. So, very nice kill by Dignitas. He's got more and more griffins coming. He's at 68 population. Look, he wants to send in the fiends first with web, so he can at least get a confirmed kill. But he walked very slowly. Do you know why? Because he's stupid, this fiend. No, it's because he doesn't have unholy aura. So yeah, I guess the slow journey to 1, repair the gold mine, 2, start mining from it, 3, build cigarettes to have towers. It's gonna start again, and it's just really gonna drag on because Dignitas is making another base. Right, he's maxing out on griffins, so didn't do the right place to defend this. He just decided to leave with a thought, I hope he's not here anymore. And he was. So this is pretty cool. He's sending some dark minions to scout, but he didn't do it fast enough. So he will maybe get a glimpse of this base, but he will not see the red spot. This time he decides not to Tavern Revive the Mountain King. Doesn't deserve that kind of treatment. And he's creeping up his Blood Mage and Paladin. Fake News is forced to go over 50 in order to keep up unit production and retrain Acolytes. I feel like that took him a while to retrain Acolytes. He's only using this Necropolis. He could have been using his Black Citadel as well. Double production. Usually what I do is 3 from here, 1 from here. But he just made all 4 from here. So Nerubian is coming. By the way, Nerubian doesn't do anything against Griffins. You would need like 4 Spirit Towers and a Nerubian to defend against those chickens. Now, Dignitas is maxed. 16 pop ahead. I think this is too many Griffins to deal with. But let's see how it goes. There's also a silence staff on the Paladin. If he uses it, pretty sick. So AMS actually blocks Griffin damage, which is nice. Doesn't look like Human is super confident with that army. Looks like he's actually going to try to do a run by. The vision is until here. If they fly in this range, the chickens will be seen. But they were not. So he's none the wiser. He keeps defending here. Does have a shade on the 3 heroes. Doesn't see the griffins. Should know. He has a shade. Where are the griffins? 2 ghouls die. He's going for the acolytes. That's 2 acolytes. Almost another with the Stormhammer. And he's just going to go for the gold mine. Almost no movement from our undead. He is failing to split up his units appropriately. Decides to instead launch an attack on the human. He goes straight for the Blood Mage. No silence. He has Life Drain and Black Arrow. Will there be a Holy Light from the Paladin? Yes, but it's only level 1. He greeted on a D-Shield? He has D-Shield. And he's just killing everything. All the Griffins. He's mostly microing this. You can see how he was microing his Griffins. He did not look at his heroes. Paladin is skilled 1-1-1. 1 D-Shield, 1 Devotion, 1 Holy Light. So he did not give enough heals. A Spirit Tower, a Gold Mine, and 4 Acolytes died. There's 2 Griffins that died to towers. Ultimately, I did not expect Dignitas to play such a dastardly game with his Griffins. And I think neither did Fake News. And without Speed Aura, he's unable to catch them. He hasn't got Town Portal. He's fully stacked on stat items. And now finally gonna try to come back and defend here. But Dark Ranger, pretty garbage against air, you know. He cannot even Black Arrow them. And then bam, smart. Dignitas going for the Acolytes. He's got a running base here with towers. Got a running base, no towers. No towers here either, but it was never punished by any kind of attack. No ghoul run bys, nothing. Triple Sapper by Dignitas. Cool. And the Griffins are left completely alone. He's sending everything. He is suffering from the StarCraft 2 syndrome of putting all your stuff in one group. He cannot split. And I think Dignitas is partially winning this game via his power of splitting. He can split better. No. One Sapper will kill the other? Yeah, one Sapper will kill the other. Oh no, he split them. Oh, optimal placement. Nice. Blood Mage almost died. Surely Fake News has more hero kills, but that's not enough. There's 1 Acolyte here. This is cool. He doesn't even have to beat Fake News' army. Dignitas does not believe in Fake News.
A player's forces are under attack.
He sees the shade here. The Expo doesn't know about this one, I think. 3,000 gold. Dignitas does not need to ever face this army in a fight. He doesn't even need to spend money. He could. He decides not to. So sick. Well, this is really quite a different experience to Bronze League Heroes. Never seen this. We've seen some air attacks, solo air attacks, but never with this level of impact. No town portal, by the way, on his heroes. Workshop. I think that's going to be siege engines. He feels like this is a full base rate game. So he's making a couple of more griffins, such as that they fit in the group. He's got 8. He's going to make 10 griffin group. And then 1 siege engine.
A town is under siege.
So we have a counterattack. But you got to wonder, where's that going to lead? You don't have a town portal. You counterattack and then what? And you get this and then what? You have only a few buildings left. He just wants to have some victory. A form of victory. Would definitely say that Life Drain was the wrong pick. Again, if he watched the Dark Ranger Spotlight, he would see that I said that Life Drain doesn't really have a practical application. Imagine having Silence level 3 on those heroes. Then he can actually shut down Holy Light, D-Shield, Siphon, etc. Be easier to kill more heroes. He's just gonna get eliminated. Oh, it's Flying Machine. Oh, okay. I guess he wants to kill the Griffin. Could even go Flying Machines with bombs. Oh, he cancelled it? No, it finished. Oh, he knows about the Sacrificial Pit. He wanted to have shade detection. And maybe for fiends. Smart. Anyway, we're seconds away from literal elimination. Fake news did not save an Acolyte. He cannot build Necropolis anywhere else on the map. He will be forcibly booted from the game. And perhaps saltily so is staying until that very conclusion. GG. Dignitas was victorious. Cool. An interesting introduction to our Gold League heroes. Let's do another one. And see if it's all like this. MacGyver is playing as Orc. He's from Germany. He's gold 13. And Bison Barge is from France. Undead. And he's gold 6. So they truly are 2 Gold League players. Let's see how they get on. In the bottom left, MacGyver. The man of many tricks. Did you guys ever like MacGyver, the TV show? It's the best we had at the time. It was okay. I didn't really like it. But it's the best we had at the time. We didn't have Liam Neeson yet. With Taken. I guess it was nice entertainment. Better than, what? Golden Girls and The Days of Our Lives and The Bold and the Beautiful. My mom didn't wait for it. She probably thought he was a hottie. MacGyver guy. Don't talk shit about Golden Girls. I liked Golden Girls. My grandma watched it. I watched it too. It was quite nice, actually. It was funny. In my opinion, Golden Girls is better than Sex and the City. It's like a better version of Sex and the City. You've basically got the same 4 types or whatever, but they're better looking and more charming. Here, here. Yep. And funnier. MacGyver. Bottom left. Blade Master with racks. 5 in gold. It's gonna go for 1 burrow tech. Betty White and B.A. Arthur are hilarious. Yeah. I like the oldest one the most in Golden Girls. She was so funny. Criplord. Bison Barge. He's gonna most likely go for a Criplord fast expansion. I liked Highlander. You guys remember Highlander? With an actor that after he did the show, I pretty much didn't see him anymore. The movie? A movie and there was a TV show too. Actually, there were 2 different actors for Highlander, I believe. I like both of them. It's quite cool. Anyway, it's going to be mirror image creeping first with... Look at this. MacGyver also has a pretty clean build order. Interesting. I mean, it could be better, but he kind of... He's doing like a bunch of different builds together at the same time. Right? But he's basically tried to follow a build order. Got some shenanigans going on here. He's tanking with ghouls. There's his first beetles. Mirror image creeping. He's tanking more with his main hero than with his image. That's not how to do it. You're supposed to let them hit the fake one. Anyway, yeah, this build. Oh, what are you doing, MacGyver? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 peons and the war mill is way too much. And now he's going mass headhunters after a grunt while still in tier 1 and adding a voodoo lounge. The whole point of mirror image is that you don't need a voodoo lounge because you're not taking any damage on your main hero. So he's made over expenditure into over expenditure, overexpend, overexpend, overexpend. Altogether, it's like 500 gold, which means his tech is at least 50 seconds too late. Oh, hold on a second. No, I'm wrong. My bad. I will never underestimate MacGyver again. You saw a possibility, Akame 95, that I didn't see, because it shouldn't exist. But you saw it. Is he an expanding orc maybe, you asked? And no, he's not. He's a dying orc. He crept this so badly, he's actually losing this. He will lose a grunt, and then he will lose his blade, and then he will leave the game. That's what's happening. He's gonna lose that headhunter. This is not an easy camp. I could have done this. He's screwing it up. MacGyver has plot armor though. MacGyver can't die, right? It's plot armor. Oh my god, this is... Oh, get the bleach. I need it for my eyes. Oh, get the bleach. Oh my god, get the bleach. The impale missed too. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. He's still trying to kill the no overseer with the peon. Oh, take me back to Bronze League Heroes. The suffering is too great. Oh my god. Oh. We'll give you one more chance, MacGyver. Alright? This camp on Lost Temple is a lot easier, okay? You can do it. We'll give you a chance of redemption. MacGyver, please. Please, mein Gott. Okay, we're shouting this now. Can you do better, MacGyver? What MMR was that game? 1100 gold. It was mid-level gold. Yo, Carl Thujad, thanks for the sub. He's like, yo, I just saw what happened on the stream. No, they wouldn't have caught up yet. And we're still like a minute or two behind. Alright, let's speed this up, boys. But we can't, right? Because it's paused. Here we go. Oh, we can speed it up a bit. Okay, there we go. We are now exactly 3 minutes behind. For fairness sake. Okay, we see a couple of cool things. This could be a stuck hero. If we're very, very lucky, the Demon Hunter will be stuck at the start of the game. I believe this is touching the trees. It may or may not be. Maybe this is where it would touch the trees. I think it's a wall off. So there's a nice gap here for the demon. Grubby, you should try the same strat of losing 4 units, hero and hero, into expand. Yeah. Yeah, that expand got aborted. Alright, MacGyver improved his build order a bit. He has gone for a 14 war mill this time. I think he messed up his build last game hard. And then he got confused and he overcompensated, etc. So this is much better. It's Altar. Altar Rax looks a little late, but yeah, I think Rax is a little late. There's like Altar, late Rax, then Mill. Technically, if you're going straight into Headhunters, it should be Mill, and then 5-10 seconds later is Rax. You can't make a burrow now. No, it's gonna delay your grunt. You have to cancel this peon. Cancel the peon! His grunt will be a few seconds late. 6 seconds late, and it was already late. But I guess... I don't know. But it's okay. He'll make the grunt now, and then the war mill finishes. No, he's making another peon. Cancelled it, made the grunt. Alright, he figured it out. He figured it out. And now finally he's at 1921 for a headhunter. No? Made another peon. Okay. So, and then he cancelled it again. Right, because he's like, no, I need the 2 food for the headhunter. Alright, he figured it out. Cool. We cool now, MacGyver? He's live
Players
fixing his
forces
build
are
order.
under attack.
I'm thinking, I'm watching a plumber and there's water everywhere and he keeps like filling one hole with a finger and then he has to fill another hole with the finger, another finger. He's like, oh no, it's just like constantly trying to fix it. Meanwhile, we've got Truben, who has been mercifully spared from my scrutiny. He's trying to Ancient of War creep this, but the creeps just won't stay. They're so stupid. And the Ancient of War is not moving closer and he's losing his archer to creeps. No! Oh, Truben. Oh, Truben. And of course, he's forgetting to make Wisp during all this. That's normal. He also did a Wisp trick, Ancient of Wonders, but he forgot to cancel the Ancient of Wonders. Yeah, MacGyver killed the creeps. He's bringing in the Headhunter. He's gone. He has not gone for a tech. So he's again massing units on tier 1, which means I think when he finishes this camp, he's probably going to take this one because they made him mad. And then I think he's going to tier 1 expand again. But don't let anyone tell him that he could expand when he gets here, even though he could start his tech already. Because I think he's holding money for an expansion again. I'm going to be very surprised if he hits tech now, because again, that would be like 8 peons, which is too much. He could tech right now and he'll have enough money to expand. And why is the shop finishing? Because he's not near the shop. Why would you then have it finish? Goes for the expo. He's going to bring 2 peons again because that's what he does. But look at the money. He could already tech and then expand. Meanwhile, Truben finally finished the camp. He's going to go for another Moonwell. He's got lots of money. He only built his tech the moment that the creeping on the expo finished. He was fully engrossed with it. So we are not that far from bronze yet, but overall we are seeing different builds. Again, just like the human player before, Dignitas, we are seeing tier 1 expansions. What's he doing? Why is he saving the illusion? Oh, he did finally tech. Well, you might as well have done it before then. He finally teched before Expo. Right, he can make the Great Hall, he's got enough money. But yeah, we're seeing tier 1 Expo more. Like, we literally never saw it in bronze, tier 1 Expo. And now we're seeing it over and over, which I think is really cool. We're getting treated to a different style. I think it's going to be a watchtower. Yeah. Cool. Kind of messing with his units left and right, but overall he figured it out. He's going to get Voodoo Lounge items. Truben is creeping the middle. Could be expanding as well. Had 1,500 gold. Could be expanding. Could go like 10 Moonwells. Got his Hunter's Hall coming. Where are we going? Why are we going home? There's a fountain in the middle to heal you up. You can't creep this, so I'm assuming he's going to go for a Butcher Speed. And maybe a Dust and maybe a Staff of Telly or a Circlet. Let's see what he gets. Should be Boots. A little bit closer.
Players' forces are under attack.
Boots Telly. Alright, cool. Pretty big departure. Like, when you just plot his movement, he goes from his main all the way to here. And then all the way back here. There are different ways to do that feel a bit more economical. I'm almost afraid he's gonna stand here and wait for Staff of Prezi for 20 seconds. But he didn't. So again, another tower by MacGyver. He's getting ranged attack upgrades on the Headhunters. Cool. Truben has scouted the bottom and the right, so he knows MacGyver is at the top. MacGyver did not sell Town Portal. Got some brutishly insane items. Triple claws of attack and the gloves. He's gonna see the Night Elf coming. He's gonna Town Portal and say, thanks for the room service. The hot delivery. He will start cleaving archers. Could just run home. Let's see if he repairs his burrow. With 1 peon, not enough. 2. Take them all out and repair. He's gonna lose the burrow if he doesn't bring out more peons, but he's a bit slow with it. 1 by 1. Not using the hotkey to eject. Look at the crits. 150! Oh, that's more than half the life of an archer. Trying to get this around. Not quite getting it. Demon Hunter escapes. But this archer might also die. Yeah, he just decided to move. Gave up on life. Cool. cool. Well, he killed a burrow, lost 3 archers, two or three, 3 archers. 3 archers for a burrow and a bit of lost mining time. But MacGyver has an expansion. He's mining from it. Could start fortified defenses or could do something more aggressive and get like a bestiary. Let's see what he's gonna do. Meanwhile, double Ancient of... No way. No way you think that's a good play. You go Hunter's Hall to unlock Ancient of Lore tech. You see Moss Headhunters, which are good against Talons, bad against Bears. And you go for double Wind that didn't need Hunter's Hall in the first place?
A player's forces are under attack.
For Moss Talons on Lost Temple of all places against someone that already has an expansion. No. Improved bow. He's continuing to invest in archers. Archers have less DPS than headhunters, but they have more range. And this can be useful. No, 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 no. He's going Hippo Riders. Oh my god. I was sure when I saw improved bow mass archer, he's going Hippo Riders. Like, that's the only way it might make sense. And then he'll have a hyper mobile air army. But just as I realized that's the only way it makes sense... Oh man, I mean that's one way of mass creeping up your keeper. There's cheaper ways. So it's gonna be talents then. Mass archers and talents. You know what? It might just work. But then why did he make the Hunter's Hall? It doesn't do anything here. Ultra Vision, he hasn't researched it. Improved bows, could be nice. Marksmanship, can be nice. MacGyver, going for the Ogre and no units or buildings for the rest. He picks up a health stone, would not put it on Blade, naturally, because Blade needs to have all the items. Finds a pretty cool +5 agility 5 strength item. No, that should have gone to the shadow, but understandable, you want to click it fast. So MacGyver has massive lumber issues. He's doing a forced return so he can buy a shredder. Shablam. In about a few minutes, he will never have lumber issues again. He will be at a 3,000 gold bank. Over 3,000 gold when he can first start making other units than grunts and headhunters. Luckily for him, those will do just fine. Because he's against mass archers. There's a big knowledge gap here where Truban is not aware of critical information. He does not know about this. I once played a game in WCG 2004 against Zicard, where I also didn't know, and it was the exact same positions. I was where Truban was, Zicard is where MacGyver was, and I didn't know he had an expansion. And I played like a 20-25 minute game, fighting over and over, trading equally. I was like, what's going on? Like, I feel like it's so hard. And finally realized he has an expansion. Oops. I thought it was illegal to fast expand as an orc. Not done. But nobody told him, and so he did the wrong thing. Oh no, he sold his gloves of haste. That was the best one. Oh no, he gave it to Shadow. Okay, cool. But you can see how it'd be better to keep a gloves instead of a claws. Give a claws to Shadow so that you have more chances of proccing your Orb of Lightning. Okay, Orb of Venom. We have Book of the Dead. Demon needs level up. He's gonna do the Ogre Lord. There it is. Ultra Vision, Wellspring, Cyclone, and Mark of the Talon. How likely do you think it is that... He just lost an archer to creeps. How likely do you think it is that Truban will put a Druid of the Talon in the air to Fairy Fire an enemy? I think it's less than 5% chance. He needs to... Yeah, nice. They both have a Helm of Valor now. So Truban could, in very small theory, still win, because MacGyver has 2,500 gold, is making a lodge, ranged attack upgrades, but he's still at 52 pop. So he's got a massive bank. Oh, help! They both didn't notice? They're both on move command. Yo, what the? Where's the demon? Keeper, you have the pound turtle. Keeper, you have town portal. These ones are not gonna TP, are they? Oh, they are. Okay, cool. So MacGyver lost 1 unit, maybe, and Trubin lost nothing. Everything is fairy fired. Trubin really needs an expansion. He's always had money to do so. Oh, wow. MacGyver just used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reveals. 300 gold. Which is still stingy when you consider his bank. He's at 53 pop. A nasty pop count to be at, by the way. Starting Bloodlust. Not yet. Will take a while, but eventually he'll have Bloodlust. And he's going mass berserkers. Because there's fairy fire. No, don't show yet! Don't show! Yeah. Be very quiet. Be very still. Oh, he knows. He knows! Hello! No entangle. I'm just gonna let this... Why are they always moving into each other? He's just clicking keeper again. Dude, if he moves his keeper... Cyclone the blade! Cyclone him! No? He had no mana. He's stuck in his own Book of the Dead. Oh man, they both cast their Book of the Dead. Blade is just completely unstoppable, right? Especially since he doesn't have Entangle. Now all these talents have auto-cast Fairy Fire on. That's why he actually doesn't have mana to Cyclone. The way you want to do this is to turn on auto-cast Fairy Fire on like 1 or 2. And that way you'll mostly have Cyclone. Look at these talents moving into the Zerkers, and the Zerkers don't care. But they're fighting their heart out. I love it. And we're seeing a lot of builds we don't normally see. At Bronze League Heroes, nobody ever goes Moss Talents and Cyclone. Ah, the creeps with the assist. First the Rock Golem, now the Granite Golem. Just exactly what a Demon Hunter deserves. This is awesome. This is so good. You know what's funny? This is not actually happening. These players did not experience this, but as an observer, I can stay in the game and see it. I can't see what the items are, but I can let the creeps fight out. It's kind of funny. It just keeps rendering it, even though the original 2 players are gone. MacGyver Redemption. Yeah, MacGyver Redemption. I'd be happy to see more from MacGyver. He was like 4,000 gold at the end. But he clicked the keeper, and by golly did it work. He killed him twice. And he crept well, you know, he had his upgrades, he had his tier 1 expo build, worked a lot better here than in Concealed Hill. GG, be happy to see more.